Good evening, all. I'm audible. You can unmute yourself or put it in the chat box. I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. So welcome to this July's AI updates webinar for all of you. So this is a peculiar kind of thing we have introduced in Academy, not only for the AI course learners, for even others also. So what are the things which are we are updating in the current world? Because our aim is to give you a foundation basic AI course that is very, very important. On top of it, we have to give you the information because every day newer models are coming, newer things are coming in artificial intelligence. For that, you have to be stay current. So up to go enter into the depth of the knowledge is up to you once you learn the basic foundation course. So today, the outline will be and where we are in pediatrics, AI models, how many models are which have been developed in usually FDA. In India, how many are there? There is a difference between FDA clearance and FDA approved AI devices. So we are going to learn about that. And in the second half, we are going to learn about the Claude. You must have seen in the medias, various Instagrams, Facebook, or any AI related YouTube, Claude is the one which is leading. If you take any leadership benchmark board, they will assess which large language model is doing better performance than another. So in that, Claude is leading. So we are going to go in depth about Claude. And later, if time permits, we will learn about the Sakana AI. This is our Asian model, Japan model. What are the types of models in Sakana it is available? What are all free? What are all paid version? All those things we will learn today in this AI update. So this AI update, we have a guest speaker, Dr. Tejas Shinde, very young, enthusiastic doctor. In fact, when we started this academy 4 months back, I came to know about Dr. Tejas. He joined in our WhatsApp group, and he was putting a lot of AI stuffs in the group. And what he was putting, the posts were more for a advanced AI learner. So I requested him, Tejas, kindly post this type of agentic messages, all those things, coding everything for a person who has learned a basic foundation course. Otherwise, they won't grab. So what they will think a new learner, these are all very tough. It is not in our domain. We can't learn. So after that, he really obliged my words and he was not posting anything. But now I'm happy to tell that from next month onwards, because we are finishing 3 batches of foundation basic, we are moving towards the advanced pediatric AI learning. And he will be one of the faculty in that, Dr. Tejas. With this few introduction about you, he is going to cover mainly about Y-Incubators. So these are all the terminologies. For you, it is very new. Even for me, it is not much older. Like I was knowing in whenever I go to health industry conferences, but I was not taking so much. But it is a need of hour. So he is going to tell about Y-Incubators, G-Stack, MLX, Apple Silicon World. So all these newer things he is going to update you. It is not that it is must and should for all pediatricians, but once you become a basic foundation AI-enabled pediatrician, you have to go through all these things. So we are giving you a tip of iceberg of idea. We are not going in more depth into it. So Tejas will be giving what is really happening in the health industry, especially in and around Mumbai is working, and with his friend, how they are using this Sakana as Fugu in ITPL. You must have heard about the white field in Bangalore where the silicon hub is there, how the things are moving around. All these things we are going to cover. None of the AI academies are giving this type of update hours like you. What you won't get in YouTube, what you won't get in LinkedIn, you are going to get this time. So maybe another 60 to 90 minutes, you are spending a lot of time with us. I requested Dr. Atul and Dr. Avnish, if possible, to join. Let us see. So with this introduction, Dr. Tejas, can you briefly tell about your journey into this AI, how you came, where you are from? You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Surely, sir. So I started my journey in AI in back in 2023, actually, when I had presented to Tata Memorial Center after doing certain literature review using those primitive tools during those days. Then after that, of course, AI had exploded everywhere. After that, of course, in April, there is an opportunity that arose called as VibeCon, Emergent VibeCon in Bangalore. So there were 25,000 applicants during that particular conference, and all those were vibe coders basically. So what vibe coding stands for is something that many of you might be aware of. Vibe coding basically is nothing but you just prompt in English, and you may expect to develop a full stack app through that particular English prompt. So you need not really code anything as such. So the technology has advanced to such an extent that we can merely give a prompt in English, and it will give you a complete developed app. All you have to just is to write something like clone this particular website in Claude code, and it will create a whole website for you. Or let's say if you want to clone a particular app, all you have to do is to mention to Claude code that clone this particular app. Let's say just for an experimentation, you may ask it to clone a food delivery app, and it will clone for you. So that is basically a vibe coding, and I had certain unique ideas for doing the vibe coding. I went on to basically present them those ideas. My idea was selected for VibeCon, and I was amongst the first 300 vibe coding builders. And then over there, my idea, my concept for the hackathon was a different one altogether than the one for which through which I had got selected amongst the first 300. So that different concept got selected into top 20. So the thing is like I feel blessed that I have a very creative approach, and I somehow I get very novel ideas, and out of those novel ideas I do some creative stuff, I build stuff, and I do whatever that I do with absolute earnesty, and that is here what I'm for. I'm here to share whatever that I can share with you all with an absolute earnesty. And I think everybody will love what I've got to share, because there are really unique ideas that I have got to share, and everybody's mind will be blown for the kind of absolutely unknown dimension that I'll be exposing everyone to, for anybody who is right from the beginning level. Thank you, sir. So that's
Great,
that's the
Tejas.
perspective
Great,
that I would like
Tejas.
to give, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you did your graduation, Tejas?
Sir, I did from Pravra, but then it was the Bangalore that blessed me a lot with the exposure to emergency medicine, sir.
Very good, very good. So today's
Yes, sir.
plan, Dr. Tejas and all the learners will be, I will be starting with a term called pediatric AI desert. So how the pediatrics is lagging behind in artificial intelligence, especially if you take the models. Okay. So I'm going to touch you about 5 to 10 minutes with slides. Then I'm going to talk to you about the Claude basics. I'm not going deep into the Claude because Dr. Tejas is going to give you the white coding, all those Claude code, Claude design, each and everything is going to touch you, how it is going to work. Okay, that is the one. Then there is a new term called loop engineering. Dr. Tejas, are you going to tell anything about loop engineering, or shall I tell some few words?
Sir,
What
please
is
go
loop
ahead because
engineering
I've not
means?
added those slides to my particular
Okay,
presentation.
I will do,
Yes.
don't worry. See, loop engineering with multi-agentic AI, that also the new term which is moving around in AI. So I'm telling you what is exactly loop engineering. Then last one is Sakana.ai. That's a Japan model which is giving lot of fight to this cloud. So we will touch upon that. So today's talk will be in that way. I will next 20 minutes will be I'm taking a contextual theory about this pediatric AI desert and cloud. Then Dr. Tejas will be giving you the more about Y-Cobinater, then G stack and rest of the things, 3-4 things that we have shared in the flyer. After that, we have a Q&A. If time permits, I will go in detail about Sakana.ai. So this will be this AI updates. Any doubts, definitely, even if it goes to 11 past 11, we are there with you. We'll give you. And recordings will be available. Don't worry about the recordings. It will be tomorrow by afternoon. I'm going to give you the recordings of today's so that you can scale up later. So with this introduction, guys, all you're with me now. Are you all free? Sandeep, you're writing still prescription in the hospital. Yeah. So I'm going to share the screen. Yes. Yeah. Is my screen visible? Dr. Tejas?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Visible. Anything is obstructing the screen? Nothing.
Nothing as such, sir. Nothing as such.
Okay. So today's AI update is about agents, loops, and the science workbench. Science in the means the cloud science. So what just changed the pediatric AI? Okay. So all of you know mine profile. I need not want to tell. Yes. So today's roadmap will be, so it will be a 5 blocks. The pediatric AI, the reality, what is going on, about 15 minutes. Then we are touching upon the cloud science and research workbench shift. This is around 15 to 20 minutes. Then comes the loop engineering and multi-agentic AI. And last one is the global AI changes, especially in our Asia, that is Sakana.ai. They have 3 models that all I'm going to touch. So ultimately, by learning this AI updates, what is the means of you going to clinic tomorrow? So this will be our today's roadmap and question and answer. If time permits, we'll move on. No, don't worry. So house rules as a standing principle of our Smart Heal Nexus. So the clinician authority will be always there. AI is not your boss. You, the expertise in your domain of pediatrics or whatever the subject you have, you are the main boss. Okay. So whenever you are giving any information to the model, whether it is a Claude or ChatGPT or Perplexity or a Sakana AI, always do anonymize the data of personal health information, that is PHI. So make sure that you have taken out the name, mobile number, address, any identification number issued from the government. All those things you have to erase it. Then you have to give what is required for the model. So this is a principal house rules of any AI academy. Then always once you get the output, you have to read the evidence, you have to see the citations, you have to see the references. Okay. Just because it has come in the media, just because it in the social media, never believe. Okay, you have to go through some leadership boards and you have to find out whether this model is good. Just like how we ask medical representative, show me the evidence, where is it is published, which journal it is published. I need the literature. Same thing applies to the any AI model. So when it comes to the AIs in pediatric reality, there are more than 1,250 food and drug administration module from US which are released. So how many are there for children? Any idea in the chat box you can put it? How many are there for children in pediatric AI models? Anybody can put it in the chat box. Let me see after once I came. So how much they have typed? They just don't Google it.
Not sure, sir. Not sure.
130. Okay. It is only 2 digits. It cannot be 3 digits. Okay, somebody is wrong. Out of this 2 digits morsel, which pediatric subspecialty has been taken care of well? Any guess? So according to the JAMA Network Open March 2026, the FDA regulated AI-enabled medical devices in pediatric indication is 4.4%. That means hardly 15 to 16 AI models that have been developed. Only 42 out of 952 submissions are included in pediatric age group, that's all. But it has not given a complete clearance from the FDA. Okay, there is a 2 terms that you have to remember. Okay, FDA clearance is a separate terminology. FDA adherence is a separate terminology. There is a difference. So clearance means it has been given a permission to do the studies in a certain population as a pre-market model. After that, they will get the FDA approval, adherence and approval. Then it will be done external validation. External validation का मतलब क्या होता है? See, for example, in my Karnataka, I have done a thousands or 10,000 study in that AI model, and in Karnataka, it is working very well. Okay, that model is performing very well. Whatever I ask, it is giving a desired output. If I take that model to Maharashtra or Gujarat, it doesn't perform well. So for that, you have to do external validation. So what I will do, I will ask Dr. Tejas to give me the same types of cases in Maharashtra, whatever it is, the cases that I have trained that model, example, dengue fever or anything, he will give his cases, he will share with me after de-identifying the personal information of the patient. I will do that case, I will do test that AI model that I have developed. I will give it to that AI model and I will see the performance. In that cases also, my model that I have developed should perform very well. So this is called external validation or generalization. So whatever the model I have developed in Karnataka, it should perform well in Maharashtra, it should perform well in Bangladesh, it should perform well in global, then only I can do deployment. So these are all the steps of deployment. Anything you want to add, Dr. Tejas, to here?
I think you're offering quite a sufficient information, sir.
Yeah. So all these things we will tell you in advanced AI course. Those who are finished, because here we have a cohort, Dr. Tejas, who has already given a foundation AI course. That is why I'm mixing up all these things, which should be very helpful for a beginners as well as an intermediate AI-enabled pediatrician. So you know how to train the module. After training, how to test it here, how to test it from the outside data, then it will be deployed. So like that, we have only 4.4% of 952 model, only 42 has been given a clearance. Okay, in 2015, the first clearance of AI model was there. In that, only 5 exclusive pediatric technologies appeared between 2020 to 24. So children are not small adults, but AI device market behaved as if they don't exist. There are many reasons why the model is not coming out. So if you take the subspecialty of AI, in pediatric, the pediatric radiology is the one which has got maximum models which have been developed. So just remember, as a AI learner or an intermediate AI learner, wherever there is a images in our subspecialty, that is the one which is going to replace the technical persons, especially those who do image studies, image capturing devices. And lastly, the doctor will replace if the model performs well. Till then, doctor should be there to sign the report. Okay. So the segment of doctors who are going to replace with this advancing AI technologies were the doctors who are dealing with the images, like a pediatric pathologist, pediatric dermatologist, pediatric ophthalmologist, pediatric radiologist. They are the segment. They will have to shift their domain to some other things. Either they should start developing their own models, or they have to learn AI to do it. So for the pediatrician, if you are per se, still we are in the safer zone. We are not going to replace as early, but we will be replaced if you don't learn AI in next 1 year. That is very, very important. So only 18 are pediatric labeled devices which are there out of this amount. Then comes the neurology. Okay. So 3.6% of devices are in neurology. So the starkest gap is 10 out of 18 clinical areas is they have a 0 pediatric devices. Not even in cardiology and other thing. So what is the regulatory penalty? Median FDA review time is around 162 days. So once they give FDA clearance, they will give you 3 months time or 6 months time. Then they should show how the model is performing. So for pediatrics devices, if you are making a model, 162 days. For non-pediatric devices, 134 days. Okay. Coming to the FDA clinical decision support system. इसका मतलब क्या है? You have a developing a model which will give you not only screening, the diagnosis. Once you put the history of the patient, it will give you the differential diagnosis. From this year also, you do not have a very good performance model. Why? Because in the red we have written, these model will recognize the patterns. By seeing the patterns, it will analyze the data by deep learning mechanism. So it is not going into the context of the patient, what we do it. So this point of time vitals, generally they miss us. That is why we do not have a clinical decision support tool. But still it is in the pipeline, and it will come as and when we upload a good structured data to the model. That you have to remember. So the regulator has a written over the rule into the law. That means the clinician retains the decision authority whenever there is a output. I will give you an example. In our premium institution like All India Institute of Medical Sciences, they are using the AI model called Qure.ai. Qure.ai. So they are giving the information to the patient. We are doing this AI study as a screening test to screen the various radiological diseases of chest like tuberculosis, any CA, and they are telling the patient. But after giving this AI model's output, a sonologist or a radiologist is going to see and he is going to sign it. That is the disclaimer they will write. See, that is the level of AI understanding in a premium institute like All India Institute of Medical Sciences. So the FDA's 2026 criteria is a healthcare professional must be able to independently review the basis of recommendation, must not rely on the software, the AI's output. That means the explainable AI, it's called as explainable AI. Whatever the AI output is there, you should give a justification. For example, you are taking an exam in your MD, the professor is asking, Deepak, You are telling this is a case of cerebral palsy. What are all the things you have made? This has got a cerebral palsy of spastic. And what do you mean by quadriplegia? What is the power? What is the thing? All those details, explainability, how they ask, that is the explainability which I asked the model. So whatever the AI model will come to you next, doctor, take this model, this is performing, you should ask the explainability, you should ask the citations and reference, you should ask the people who are senior, who are into this AI in the community, and then you should buy that AI software. Okay, that is the step, the gist I wanted to tell you. Okay. So we have a case study. Read the clearance, not the headlines in the media. That is the dictum. Whenever a patient comes, MR comes to you and give a new drug, you are going to see the literature, na? You are going to see the search the PubMed. You are going searching and asking in your academic group. Same thing we have to do it here. Okay. Then comes the Claude science and the research work bench. In June 30th, that is 15 days back, Claude has released the term called Claude science. This is going to make a lot of changes, exponential changes in the world of research in medicine. So I am going to touch about this update and to tell you it is not available for the Window users till now. It is available for if you are using Mac, not even the iPad. Okay, this Claude Science if you want to experience. So that is why I always tell my learners, if you want to buy a laptop, go for the Mac. So many AI models do not work in Windows. Okay. If you want to become a AI pro like Dr. Tejas or Dr. Atul Tiwari is a faculty, even get a MacBook Pro. That is the ideal. Even it is a costly, it's a worth buying it. Okay. So what is this Claude Science? It's a AI workbench, a project for preferably for scientific research. Okay, for the scientific, it's an Anthropic third flagship project along with the Claude Code and Claude Clover that Dr. Tejas is going to touch you today. So it has a 60 plus scientific databases. It has a pre-built toolkit for genomics, proteomics, structural biology, and chemoinformatics. That means, as a pediatrician, if you are really interested in genomics, proteomics, structural biology, chemoinformatics, to do inborn error of metabolism studies, this Claude Science is doing performingly, exceedingly well. That you should know. But common pediatrician like me and you, still it is in a alpha version. Okay, that you should know. Then comes the multi-agentic character. You know, agent means it's a group of LLMs. Okay. So just like in our stock market, agent will be there. Even in artificial intelligence, you have a agent. Agentic means multiple agents will work for you. Same way, Claude has built his own agentic architecture. So once you give a prompt, it will create a chain of thought prompting. It's called loop engineering. And it will do itself a context engineering. And it will give you the desired goal output. So just you have to mention to Claude Science, I need a recent article about dengue cytotoxic shock syndrome management. It will start giving its own loop engineering prompts by itself. It will ask you some follow-up question and it will give you the direct result. It is something like a turnkey project. You give it to a contractor or an engineer. Okay. Then comes the reviewer agent. After all your output comes, it independently audits the citation. The classical example is the newer model which has been released is Claude Fable 5. Okay. Just remember this. I am not going dig into the doors. So what the three things matter most is, it's not the new model. You should go depth. Okay. So what I use most of my presentation, everything is Claude Opus 4.8 model. Okay. I'm going to show in my demo section this thing. This has a very powerful model to think and reason. Okay. There are other two models that I'm going to show you. They are not very good in that, but it's a paid version. You have to spend around $20 per month. Okay. So it will runs in your infrastructure. Okay. This Claude Science, as I told, in Mac OS or Linux over SSH. It is not for the Windows, that you have to remember. And it is a fully reproducible package. Okay. So this is the case study 1 about 100 pages review. Okay. So once you ask for Claude Science, so you upload a PDF of any literature and tell Claude, yeah, I want to build an automated literature review pipeline using a 12 custom skills. It will develop its own skill by Claude Code or Claude Cowork. The sub-agents will do the calm. It will do the work for you, and it will give you output along with the reviews. What are the plus and what are all the negatives? Okay, this is a second case example. So Stephen Fassis from US, he has done this Claude Science study for glioma. There is a 10x power faster than the human being. It has been tested in gliomas in children. A comprehensive germline analysis of glioma, it has given 10 times faster exponential. Unfortunately, I cannot give demo because I don't have a Mac. Okay, once I get the Mac, I will show you in the next update hours. Okay. The honesty slide, what you should remember is what the hype will, these merchants, they won't tell you. They want the business. So you are the main expertise. You have to see all the questions what I told. Okay. Always go through the whatever the output which as the reviewer agent has given. Okay. Just like Claude Mythos or Fable 5. These are all the different other models which act like a reviewer. And Live Bench, like in OpenAI's Live Bench, these are all the reality. These are all upgraded models. And the calibration. Calibration is more a difficult stuff for you, that we will do it in advanced studies. So you have to supervise accordingly the output. Like a PhD student, you have to do a thesis like study. Then you should move onwards. So these are all the competitive landscape. From Anthropic Science, you have OpenAI's GPT, Rosalind. Okay, these are the terms you have to remember. Google as a DeepMind. So these are the three major firms. Okay, these are running behind to get the market price hike and to lead the AI, and they are spending crores and dollars, lakhs of dollars, billions of dollars for this to develop the good models. So coming to the second part. So I told you about the AI pediatric desert, where we have very minimal FDA cleared pediatric radiology and neurology models. Then I told you about the Claude Science. Now the third part is loop engineering. So multi-agentic. This is the skill replacing the prompt engineering. So earlier, whatever the learner, we should know good prompt to talk to AI model. Yes or no? Now that concept has gone. Prompt engineering, copying and pasting, that concept has gone. That era of 2023 and 24 has gone. Okay. This RC role, context, format, okay, all this framework has gone. Now we are entered this contextual engineering through agents, where we will give a goal to that agent. It will perform subsequent follow-up prompts, and by analyzing the output, it will act like a assistant professor. Then it will give the final output. Okay, that is how the context engineering takes place. Then comes the era of loop engineering. This is a unit of work designing a cycle of agents. That means you must be seeing in a big hotel kitchen, where a lot of sous chef, the main chef, and assistant chef will work to make a good recipe. Same in loop engineering, if you tell the AI model some instruction, it will generate what to take, how much salt, how much sugar, how much the whatever the taste you want to mix up flavors, sauce, and anything, it will make a good curry. Same thing applies here. So the skill, you have to define the goal, the tools, it will automatically select which tool to select, and then it will give, after reviewing, it will give the 8. This is loop engineering. So this is a roadmap how the loop will do. Okay, reasoning, analysis, the form, how it is going to execute, to get act, to get many tools. Okay, and it is going to check what is the output, how it is going to gather the information. This is all loop engineering. To be tell you frankly, all these slides I made using this something like contextual engineering and loop engineering. I took the content from ChatGPT and Claude Opus 4.8. Then I connected my Claude Opus to the Gamma slide. You can connect it. I will show you in my demo. So I used content from the Claude and ChatGPT and GenSpark Agentic AI. Then I give it to the Gamma to prepare good slides like visual slides like this. So Gamma has given me the fonts, good fonts and colors and good slide. But content is from myself, Claude and ChatGPT. Okay. This is a orchestration. What the term it is called as orchestration. The 5 levers of loop engineering is you are going to mention a proper defined goal, like summarize the discharge summary. Okay. Then it will select the tools by itself, but it will go to the PubMed or whichever the Skyscape, Medscape. It will take the guidelines from IAP or any Indian Critical Society of Medicine. Okay. Then it will check by using Claude Science. Okay. Whenever it is a doubt, it will stop and it will switch one model to the another model. Say, for example, I am using Claude Fable model, which is newly released. If it doesn't go, it will go to the Opus 4.8 model. It will honestly, it will tell. This is called AI consciousness. To make you easy to understand this, if I ask a question to you, you are honestly telling me, Deepak, I am not knowing about this. Can you give me some more hints? Otherwise, ask one of my friend is very good in that subject. See, that is a AI consciousness. That means there is no malicious, fictitious material you are not going to see. See, that is the amount of AI models now developing. You must have telling about this model, it will give you hallucination if you give a bad prompt. All this era is now shifting. The domain is shifting. Okay. So I told you something about multi-agentic world. All this we cover in advanced course. Just to tell you, we have a orchestrator agent, a sub-web for imaging. For result, we have a separate. These are all domain-specific models we have been developed extensively and trained. So chances of malicious or fictitious hallucinations will be very, very less. Say, for example, if you are giving a very good bad history, how it is going to analyze, pediatric dosing, all these things will be done, okay, by this multi-agent softwares. So this is a new things, that is PEDS, that is pediatric safety loop, that you should remember. All these slides I am going to share the Gamma link. You can look at these slides, you can rewatch it and you can go through it once again. Okay. P means purpose. That means what is the goal we are going to tell to this Claude Science or the agent. What are all the assess tools? Okay, after de-identifying the data, what is the escalation? Okay, when to stop if you don't know, that also you can mention it. Check the dosages as per the weight, age-based, all those things. If it is a very narrow spectrum, antibiotic like aminoglycoside, all those things. Okay, and you are explicitly terminate the condition whenever it is not doing before the loop runs. So everything will be in your hand. That is what this speed means. So the 10x decimal slip in a neonatal drug dose, it will hallucinate, and if you do, say for example, if you are giving a high dose of aminoglycoside, definitely it can cause nephrotoxicity and death of that baby. Okay. So next comes the sakana. Now I'm going to stop you. So just relax a bit. Any doubts till now? Any doubts regarding Claude science? Tejas, you can ask me to share your slide.
Yes, sir. I can go on to present actually. Yeah.
Okay. So any doubt, Dr. Saugata, Dr. Devapriya? I'm very sorry. I'm using the
No, sir,
newer
but
updates.
actually,
Yes.
I have joined 30 minutes late. That is also
No problem.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
I was busy in some work.
Okay. Now, next 20 to 30 minutes, we'll give time to Dr. Tejas. Be very attentive, because he's going to demonstrate some of the important features of Claude that we are going to teach you again in advanced AI courses from August 15th. Is going how it is going to work. So over to Tejas. You take your own time. Go slowly. Okay. If anything understanding, I will intervene. Don't worry. Okay. We have Dr. Samir also. Dr. Samir, welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. We have one doctor from UK, Dr. Takon. Madam, are you there? She is a developmental pediatrician. She has joined our third course, Perceptron. Dr. Sunita is there. Without wasting much time, over to Dr. Tejas for your show now. Okay. Right.
Very much grateful, sir. So I'll go on to make my presentation. I'll start sharing the slides. Just give me a moment. It says, I think you'll need to enable the sharing, sir.
You asked me? That's
I
why.
will have to
Otherwise,
request
wrong.
host.
Okay, I will do. Just a minute.
Yes.
I will
Yeah,
make
sure.
you as a host so that you can do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can.
Okay. Sure, sir. Right away.
So all the recordings will be there in the cloud. I'm going to share you. Don't worry. Yeah. So by the time Tejas get ready, see, Claude has a free version, Claude has a pro version, Claude has a enterprises version. So what is free is the models are Claude Haiku and Sonnet. These are all the free models. You can use it as you want. For Opus model, you need to have a pro. Okay, in Opus you have 4.6, 4.7, and latest is the 4.8. So Opus model is the one which is a reasoning and learning model. Whenever you give a prompt to it, whether it is a voice prompt or anything, it will take a little time. Tejas, is it ready? Or any difficulty?
Sir, the thing is
Shall I present
it
from
is
my side?
showing.
You have shared that slide now?
Just give me a moment, sir. Are you being able to see my slides? No, right?
No,
You're
no,
not seeing my slides, right?
you have not shared the screen.
Okay.
You go step by
Yeah, sir.
step. Go to share button, Tejas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Select entire
Yeah,
screen.
I can see this here, but yes, sir. Just give me
Select
a moment.
entire screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just give me a moment, sir. Because the thing is, like, what is happening is that it is expecting me to restart the browser again. Okay. I'm using a browser, an AI-based browser called Aside. It is very famous, actually, Aside.
I know
And I will have to restart this browser. Sir, give me like 10 minutes, because for this particular setting,
Then I
I'll
will
have
show
to
some demo.
rejoin the meeting, sir.
Let me
Yes,
know once
please,
you are
sir.
ready.
You continue.
Okay.
I'll come back in like 5 minutes, sir. Okay.
Don't worry. You take
Kindly
your own time.
pardon me, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I apologize. Yes.
You make me host?
You have
I
made
will-
me host, right?
Just I will reclaim. Don't worry.
Okay, all right. A few hiccups actually over here. Just give me a moment. I'll rejoin, sir. Mhm.
So you can see my Claude screen now, all of you. Anybody can unmute and
Yeah, we
can you
can
see my?
see. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
So this is the Claude main screen. Okay. So if you click here, see here, you have a pro version, approximately 2000, that is $20 per month, and you have an enterprise version. So always take monthly plan, don't take annual plan. Okay. Because sometimes in of 12 months, all 12 months, you are not using Claude Pro. That time you can use Claude free version. Okay. Don't take annual plan at a once. Okay. It will cost around 20,000 plus. It will be very costly. Take this down to sometimes you can stop it sometimes. Okay. These are all the features it will give. Okay. You can build, you can use Cloud. Okay. You can use Claude Cowork. You can download this Claude app also. And you can do a lot of MS Excel. You can as a co-pilot. Okay. All my conference stuff, everything I do with Claude. And my website in Graphy is I myself did with this Claude design. Okay. So this is a max model. This is for the advanced AI learners, where we are going to teach you the advanced AI, where you can use this Claude because you have to run the code, all those wipe coding and all. Okay. Then comes, this is the context window. You can see here, if I click here, so as I told you, Haiku 4 is a fast state and quick response model. Okay. If you want to get a fast research, so problem with this is you have a lot of hallucination, factious output will be there. Okay. So use it only when you have a very simple ask, very simple things. What is the cause of dengue fever? That you have forgotten the virus name. Okay, what is the types of vaccines? All those things, simple things it is going to tell. Whereas Sonnet 5 is the one, this is also free. This is also a very good, efficient model. It has a medium, it has a high, all those things. And this is my favorite, Opus 4.8. This is the one. This consumes more of tokens. Okay. And if you see your plus button, so you can add a project. Okay. And how I have done the slides, I'm going to show you. See, I asked a prompt to the Claude Opus model. Tomorrow night, yesterday, I've done. I will conduct a monthly AI update free webinar for all my SHN OpenAI community. Help me to build a newer context in AI healthcare related, specifically to the pediatrics and subspecialties. What are all the newer things about loop engineering and multi-agentic AI, Claude Science, and I have typed a Sukina AI. It is a Sakana AI. Okay. See here, I will need to search. It took time. I've chosen the open 4.8. I need to check Sukina AI. I suspect you mean Sakana AI. See how conscious it is. It's from Japanese lab. You got it? Search honestly, it will tell. And it will give me the timings, how you should go. Block 1, block 2 with minutes. So how you should go. All the content it is giving step by step, step by step. Only my idea is to I have to go through it. I have to sit 1 to 2 hours in the night. Okay. So these are the things it has given. And now I get, after gone through this, now start preparing 30 slide deck using the Gamma MCP connector. Okay, how to connect this, that I am going to show you now. I will come back to the new chat. So just assume I was doing that activity. So click here, go to the connectors. See, I have connected to Gamma. You can see here Gamma. If you enable it, you can disable it. Now I am enabling. Okay. Then it will start preparing the slide. Okay. So you can ask me, should I have a Gamma paid version? If you want to have a more than 10 slides, then you should have a Gamma. See, this is the Gamma paid version. Okay. This is a Gamma paid version. I have. See, these are all the amount of slides I have done. I have done folders also.
The paid version, how many rupees?
I'm going to show you now, sir. This is abstracting now. This part is abstracting. I will go here. Yeah. I go to the settings. Not here. So update billing. Here it is. Not here. You go to the settings. Now you ask billing here. So this is the amount of credits I have. So view the plans. See here, if you pay 500 rupees a month, you have this up to 20 cards per prompt, 1000 monthly credit. You can remove that Gamma watermark. Okay. You have advanced AI image models. I have this Pro. This is most popular. Even don't take yearly plan, take monthly, 1300 rupees. Up to 60 cards per prompt. You can do. Okay. 400 monthly credits, premium AI image models. So these are all the things you can go through. Okay, if you are an extensive user, like you are a teacher and all, you can take this also. If you have a paid from your medical college or to the library, those who are academician who are in a corporate hospital, where the hospital is going to take the burden because they are taking donations from the PGs or fellows or graduates, you can take this Ultra also. Okay. So I have connected this. Now I can edit with the Gamma. Okay. So I'm showing this is also Claude. I use GenSpark here, not the GenSpark. That is also one more AI agent. See, about Claude, I prepared this slide. These are all the slides. I'm going to share all those. These are the three models I showed you, okay, which are currently in the Claude. So what is the instrument, how you should go, all those things. And these are all the two models. You can take a screenshot of this. Fabelify is the new model. And Mythos. Mythos is not yet given to the public. Fable has given till another few days because US government has put a guardrail not to give apart from the US because of security. But just remember, this Fabelify and Mythos are more for this encryption and decryption. That means for more of finance and more of towards the privacy of the data, not for the health. Even for the health, I think Opus is the one, it is still performing well. So all those things, the highlights I have told about the Claude Science. This is a recent JP Morgan Health Conference. This Claude Science they revealed. Okay. And come to the evidence part. So some of the things, it is done 33% more, especially this automation, Claude discharge summary, taking a ward notes. It is doing very well. So we have a evidence part where it is giving good rate, where it is failing in differential diagnosis. I told you to make a differential diagnosis for diagnosis, these models are not yet well trained because there are some companies, they do this analysis of this model performances like in MIT, Stanford University. They do lot of this benchmark studies, leadership board studies where these models are failing. That is why use these models for routine autonomous purposes. Okay, where it is using extensively ambient scribing, plain language brief, pre-authorization consent letter, teaching cases, and from PubMed synthesis. All these things we are going to teach in the basic foundation courses through demonstration. Okay. Shinde, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready, sir.
Okay. So what I will do, dear learners, I will share these slides to you. You can just go through it. I don't want to make you to make overload, cognitive overload. Let us go with some demonstration with Shinde regarding the Claude code and cowork. So I've made you as a host. Now we can start presenting.
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
If it is not possible, I will present because I have downloaded your slides. Yeah, now we can see. Please share complete screen. So what is the browser he is using is, it's a AI browser. What is the name? Tejas? You are unmute. You are unmute, Tejas. Tejas, you are unmute. No. Tejas, you are unmute. Are you listening to me? Tejas. Hello, Tejas. Anybody listening? Saugata? Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Are you
Yes, sir.
listening?
Yes,
Tejas'
sir.
voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Tejas' voice is good. No, he is unmuted, na?
I'm listening your
Sir,
voice.
just give me a minute. I'll again share my screen. Just give me a minute.
Otherwise, I will share your this thing, Tejas.
No,
Don't waste time.
sorted, sir. It is sorted. Just give me a minute, sir. It is sorted, sir. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Yes. Now I'll start sharing my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
I have already started sharing my screen. Okay. Let's start. I have tested, a lot of patience of everybody over here. I apologize for that. But here is a very interesting session that is coming your way. So the thing is like whatever the tools that I use are very unique ones because the kind of dimensions through which I see at AI is absolutely different in comparison to the way everybody else does because of the kind of exposure that I have ended up getting. I find myself very lucky in that context. So I would like to share whatever the perspective that I have gathered over last few months with everyone over here and everybody who will be eventually be watching this particular recording. Okay. All right. So as the title says, I'll be talking about what everyone misses but you shouldn't as pediatricians or clinicians. Okay. All right. So this will eventually help all the clinicians or anybody who comes from the medical field. Primarily, of course, this is targeted towards the clinicians. They'll be highly benefited from getting my perspective. All right. So this is the content. Okay, all right. I'll be talking about
No, slide is
a
not
VC
visible.
firm called
Slide is not visible, Tejas. It is coming started screen sharing, that's all. We are not
okay,
able
just
to
give
see.
me. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll make this different way full screen. Okay, now can you see this?
No,
Are
no,
you being
no.
able to see the slide, sir?
No, no, no.
You're not seeing the slide?
No.
Okay,
No,
it is
slide is
sharing
not
in the
visible.
it seems.
You stop
Okay,
and
just
again
give me a
reshare,
moment.
it will come
Okay, all right. Just a minute.
later.
Okay, I'll start sharing again. Okay, all right. This one. Okay, all right. Yeah. Now can you
Do
see,
it
sir?
screen.
Are you seeing the slides, sir?
No,
No,
not
no,
yet.
no.
Not as yet.
Shall I
They
do
were
on behalf
they were
of you?
visible earlier. They were visible earlier, not right now.
No, it was made a
Okay.
small window, it was visible. Once you enlarge,
Can
it
you
is
see
not
now, sir?
visible.
Can you see the
No,
presentation
Tejas.
slides, sir?
No, 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 no.
Okay, just give me a moment. Just give me. I sincerely
I think
apologize.
you give
Again,
the
I'll.
slide to Deepak sir, and he can keep on changing for you.
I have your slides, Tejas.
Sir, just give me a moment, sir. Just I'll try once, sir. I'll just try once. Let's see. Can you see, sir? No, the slides.
They're coming. They're coming.
It comes
We
as
just
Oh,
seeing
great.
the
Can you see the?
notification that you started screen sharing, but the slides are not
Yes.
visible as yet. And it's taking a little
Okay.
time. It's
All
taking
right.
a little time.
They're taking time. What everyone misses, but you shouldn't. Can you see that particular slide? Are you
No.
seeing
No,
the
no. We
Tejas.
can
slide?
only see.
We can see
We can.
Tejas in there started share screening, that's all. And
That's
everything
the
is
only
black.
notification you can see. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, what if I just give me one moment? I know I'm testing a bit too much of patience, but nevertheless, I'll try
I
once.
will have
Okay.
your
If
slides
that does
now.
not,
I will project.
Hmm.
It is flashing and
okay,
going,
sir.
that's all.
Let Dr.
Okay,
Deepak
sir.
change the slides. You keep on speaking and let him share the slides.
That is what I'm telling.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, sir, should I share the new location of this particular? Sir, I'll share this particular link on the Zoom webinar. Kindly open this particular new link, sir. Then, okay, all right. I'm
In the
sharing
chat
that
box,
particular link in
in the
the
chat
chat.
box you
Yes,
are
yes,
doing.
yes, yes, sir. Kindly check the link in the chat box and kindly open it, sir.
Yeah. Shall I share my screen now?
Yes, please do, sir. I sincerely apologize. I'll mention next. Kindly take the next slides
It
upon
is telling
mentioning
project is
the
not
word.
found. Yeah.
My goodness, I'm seeing it very clearly. I'm seeing
No,
it
but it's not
very.
coming to us. We are not
No,
able
I
to
have
see
not
anything.
shared. I have not shared, sir. Not yet shared.
Deepak sir, you give it a trial. You give it a trial.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
We can only see your name slide. We can't see the other slides.
No, now I am taking the sharing screen.
Okay.
That Claude link, it is opening.
So this
Again,
is
the yes.
Fine. Tejas,
Yes, sir.
guide me. Where should I go?
Well, the thing is, can you see my particular link?
Yes,
We
yes.
can
My
see it,
link
but
is
it
not.
doesn't connect. We can see it, but can't connect with that.
It is opening only this page.
This page is opening.
This page is opening. That's all.
You're not seeing the slides, sir?
Not at all.
No.
Okay, all right. Okay, just give me a moment. You are the host, right,
Otherwise, I
sir,
will
right
share
now?
that slides you have sent me. Shall I share that?
Sir, the thing is like, okay, fine, sir. You share those slides, but I have actually, upon sharing with you, updated those slides again. But nevertheless, that will also do actually. Okay, all right. So we can go ahead with those ones actually, sir. Yeah, why not?
Claude at the
Not
bedside.
this
You can
one.
see it now.
No. What was the name you have given to this?
Sir, I had given
Tejas?
it the name of, yes, sir, I had given it a name of
Start it.
the
Yeah.
clinical
This is the one.
safety.
Yeah.
Clinical safety, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now you can
Yes,
see
sir.
now.
What
Slides.
everyone misses in understanding AI. You can see the slide. Yes.
Yeah.
It is there now.
Okay, great.
You go, Tejas. I will do slides. This
Okay,
thing.
okay, sir. I'll mention the word next. Kindly just take the
Yeah.
next slide, sir, upon mentioning that particular, word. Okay. I sincerely apologize for this particular inconvenience. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Start, please.
Yes, sir. Just give me a moment. Sir, I can see join meeting right now over here. Okay, so, sorry. These are okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What everyone misses. Okay. So I'll get started. Sorry for the inconvenience and this for fumbling and a lot of confusion over here. Okay. All right. Kindly take the next slide, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. I will move.
Yes. So the thing is, I gave a bit of introduction about the presenting slide, the title page. So that is why I thought that I should not go over it again. Okay. So the content is like this, basically, that since I got a kind of very unique perspective on all these matters, so I thought that I should share that kind of unique perspective with you all as well, and that is why I have curated this very unique content for you all. Okay, so that every one of us will be able to look at generative AI and AI utilization through a very different dimension altogether. Okay. So basically, what Combinator stands for is it's a basically a company. It's a VC firm, okay, venture capital firm that prioritizes creation through AI, okay, building through AI, okay, doing novel startups using AI, okay, being a fountainhead, okay, somebody who kind of does huge value addition to the humanity through AI, okay, all right. So the question that will come to everyone's mind will be that how will that be useful for a common clinician like ourselves? But of course, we are unique in our ways. We are clinicians. We make a very important contribution and huge contribution towards everyone by changing one life at a time in a very impactful way. But nevertheless, doing a startup is something that is very much feasible during our free hours. Even if, let's say, somebody has a very unique idea, there is a good possibility that with the you know unique prompt, with a single unique prompt, one can come up with a really good startup, because your one single line or maybe a few quotes of lines or few lines may um, give rise to a big startup altogether, very unique startup altogether, that will do a huge value addition to the whole of the humanity. Okay, sir, next slide, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to make a point about is that a clinician can build. Okay, we can build a startup. Okay, the distance between a clinical idea and a working software used to be a higher. And thing is like, you know, uh, there is a clinician that's there, and then there is a builder, somebody who builds software or a digital tool, but then there is a likelihood of miscommunication or communication gaps, or maybe person over the other end who does that kind of software not being able to understand as to what you're trying to communicate, and missing out on the nitty gritty and the minute details of what you're trying to communicate. And because of that, maybe the the realization or the formation of that particular product doesn't really happen the way it is supposed to happen. So if a clinician himself wipe codes, a software or a tool or an app with the kind of vision that he has actually envisioned that particular app, in whatever way that if he has articulated itself, okay, that particular app, then it would be really, really wonderful. So the thing is, like, the tools like Claude Code, Gstack can exactly do that for you. And of course, this is not any kind of marketing for MacBook whatsoever or Apple Silicon whatsoever, but the kind of results that I have seen with Apple Silicon, I can't help but talk about MacBook or Apple Silicon, because the thing is, like, if somebody really desires to do something really unique and highly contributory, then it is not possible, I feel, with the kind of scenario that I've seen in hackathons, that you will require Apple Silicon. And the thing is, like, it is at the end of the day part of personal computing. Okay, Apple Silicon has become a part of personal computing. And the moment I realized that it will be impossible for me to do the kind of work that I want to do, I went ahead and bought a MacBook for myself. And for your personal computing, I will highly recommend getting Apple Silicon for yourself as well. And I will go on to mention the particular reasons why I'm pushing for that. Okay, and I will again over here make a
Yeah,
disclaimer, or rather, I should have added a slide of disclaimer actually, that I have nobody's sponsoring me here. And I'm not endorsing any product per se, but this is nevertheless a recommendation. I'm not getting sponsored from anybody for making these recommendations. Okay, all right. uh, so the thing is, like, that is about the first claim that I have talked about, the clinician can build. And the second claim is that expertise is the moat. Now the thing is, like, of course, I mean, as I mentioned just now, I'll reiterate again that a software engineer cannot really understand a clinician's perspective by sitting in a cubicle and trying to code out a healthcare app. Only a clinician who is facing the ground reality or seeing the patients, okay, all right, getting exposed to the patients, talking in person to a patient, only he or she can understand as to what the requirements of the patient are, what the pain points are. And that is exactly the moat is. Okay, your expertise is the moat. That is what I'll be talking about in my futures upcoming slides in this particular presentation. Kindly, sir, next slide. Okay, all right. So my first topic that I'll cover is destination Y-Combinator. Next slide, please. Okay, all right. So what Y-Combinator is? So it's an accelerator, basically. It is a company, it is a VC firm, okay, all right, that has created companies like Airbnb, Coinbase, Stripe, and all. These are all US companies, but then uh, i- in India, Zepto is one company that has been developed by Y Combinator. Okay, all right. So Zepto was absolutely, whatever the funding that was required for Zepto as a startup, that was done by Y Combinator. Okay, all right. So what they expect is that there should be a really good idea, and then one should start building even if it's not perfect, and then they should build a minimum viable product. Once minimum viable product is there, they will sponsor your idea. Okay, and approaching them is also not difficult. You can just Google Y Combinator application in Google. Okay, all right, and then you will get their web link for making that particular application for your idea as a startup. And you can come up with very good ideas for applications and all, initially you can just try out various kinds of cloning of various kinds of apps, and then once you have got hands on to cloning the apps, different kinds of apps, then you will understand as to how Claude Code works. And once you have understood how Claude Code works, then you can go on to maybe think out, or maybe be creative in terms of coming up with novel ideas for creating new apps. Okay, all right. I apologize. My throat was going a bit too dry. Yes. So the thing is like, Y Combinator offers its something called as AI Startup School, to which all these entrepreneurs look forward to every year actually. Okay, and that particular content can be explored by going over YouTube and searching for Y Combinator AI Startup School India, and then you'll find some 10 videos. Okay, and those are very short videos for getting an understanding into what it means to do a startup into AI. So all you have to do is to just watch those 10 videos, put a prompt into Claude Code, and that prompt has to be a very unique idea, and then Claude Code has to put out the whole of the full stack app, and then you have to publish that particular app again using the Claude Code itself. And then if the minimum viable product is really good, then they will definitely support you, okay, for going ahead and doing your startup by financing you. Okay, all right. And you can do a great value addition to the whole of the humanity actually. Okay, kindly next slide. Yes. So I will go over this particular slide to point out as to what those videos are about. So these are like very famous names when it comes to AI, and nobody actually knows about them. These are very important personalities. Like, let's say, for example, in medicine we have lot many important personalities, right? About whom we have these antonyms on the basis of which we name various surgeries or various procedures or various instruments. Just the same way in the world of AI, these names are very important ones. So Andresh Karpathy, he's the one who came up with the term called vibe coding, and then he's a futurist in AI who gives a perspective as to what can be the next thing that can happen. Okay, so he basically talks about in the AI startup school, okay, about software 3.0, how English becomes the programming language. Of course, I mean, that is the very platform from which Y Combinator was the very platform from which he introduced the concept of vibe coding actually. Okay, all right. And then of course everybody knows Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI. Okay, all right. He shares his insights into how he started his startup of OpenAI. And then Andrew Ng, he's the very famous professor into AI. And then all these basically famous personalities, they give their own perspective as to how they build their AI products, into giving you a perspective as to how you can actually start a startup by using an AI. Next slide, please. Yes, so it doesn't cost anything. I mean, or, if somebody offers you a class into entrepreneurship for no fees whatsoever, then this particular playlist from Y Combinator is one that you should be going for. Kindly next slide, please, sir. Yes. So the thing is like, what people want you people to do is to have kind of identify the pain points. Okay, all right. So identify a pain point when it comes to your patients or your OPD, or your clinical fields, and try to build a solution around it. Okay, all right. Keep on reiterating various kinds of approaches for this particular any type of startup, try to reiterate various kinds of prompts or various kinds of problem areas, try to work around certain kind of solutions or over any kind of problem whatsoever. Okay, all right. And then talk to your users. Okay, and try to create something novel every now and then. Okay, because the kind of patience that you get, that is the kind of base that nobody else gets. Okay, all right. The kind of network that you have, the kind of colleagues that you have, nobody get that kind of network. Okay, all right. So that's a unique thing that you have with you. Okay, all right. And the founder, founders, like, of course, of a pediatrician as a founder, nobody is gonna get that kind of founder actually. So if you have a very unique idea, okay, and you as a pediatrician or any clinician becoming a founder, that's a very unique thing to happen for a VC firm. So they will definitely, would want you to do a startup. Definitely, yes. Okay, all right. So when funding ever becomes the goal, the path exists. Okay, but the mindset pays off from the first prototype. Okay, all right. So you have the mindset of a clinician. Okay, all right. And with these kinds of playlists, okay, like, the kind of perspective that you get from the videos or the whatever the free open source content that has been made available by Y-Combinator for more and more people to do the startups. Okay, um, you can, utilize that kind of content that is available open source, and then you can actually build prototype and then share those prototypes from your own startup. Next slide, please, sir. Yes. So now I'll talk about GStack, what GStack stands for. Okay, this is gonna be very important for anybody who intends to do a startup. Okay, all right. Next slide, please, sir. Okay, so basically, Gary Tyne is one of the members of Y Combinator. Okay, all right. So he has created something called as G Stack. So the thing is, like, you are a clinician. Okay, let's say you have a very good idea. You have prompted and created a full stack app or any digital tool whatsoever. But then you don't have a CEO. You don't have somebody who can review that kind of stuff. Okay, all right. So what if somebody can give you a CEO, a designer, an engineering manager, a reviewer, okay, somebody who can, manage the security vulnerabilities, okay, somebody who can, do all of those rest of the things like HR and all. Okay, you don't have all of that kind of resource available with you. Okay, but you have your own domain expertise, and that is a very valuable asset. Nobody can offer that to anybody. Okay, all right. I mean, that has to be earned through thousands and thousands of hours of practice as a clinician. Okay, all right. So with that kind of expertise, you have come up with a unique idea. You have prompted AI and created a full stack app, but then you need that whole team. Okay, you can get that whole team through AI, and GStack will do that for you. Now this is just an idea that I'm trying to plant in your minds. Okay, this is available open source, but this is a rabbit hole. So go ahead and kindly explore this particular rabbit hole so that you can actually get benefited through GStack. Okay, all right. Next slide, please, sir. Yes. So these are basically, some of the prompts that, or some of the leads that are there in GStack are something like this. Like there are slash commands that are there in GStack. Okay, there are around 40 that are really good ones actually. You will have to, explore that particular rabbit hole. But I have added few examples of those, like slash office hours is there. Okay, so basically what slash office hours will do is that it will brainstorm your idea. You have a prompt, you have a certain really good idea, okay, for a startup. Okay, and you want to use, generative AI for developing the startup. Then you can, kind of brainstorm that idea using slash office hours that is available on GStack. So what you have to do is that you just have to download Claude on your maybe Apple Silicon, okay, or your computer. But I don't know about other systems. I'm using Apple Silicon. Okay, so over the Apple Silicon, let's say you have downloaded Claude Code, or you have Claude, and then you are using Claude Code. You have installed GStack, okay, on the Claude Code. That's the second step. And in the GStack, you have started using /office hours. So once you have started using /office hours, okay, or of course, I mean, since you have installed GStack, of /office hours will be there. Okay, so using /office hours as a command, you can brainstorm that particular whole of the idea. Okay, so this is like for simplicity of, for making it simple for everyone to understand right from the beginner level, whoever might be here. Okay, all right. This can be metaphorically be understood as, a new patient, a unique case has come to you, and you are taking a whole history and going through your mind, brainstorming the differentials. Okay, then there is /auto plan mode. So you have done the brainstorming, then you create a whole plan. So that's like metaphorically we can think of it as return care plan or /ship. Okay, all right, is there in GStack. Okay, which builds the test first towards a verifiable goal, which is like a treatment with the defined endpoints. Okay, so these are the various / commands that are there. Okay, which can be utilized, and it automates everything. Okay, all right, you just have to start these particular commands, and you know it will equip you with the kind of knowledge and skill that you never had actually. But it will guide you through all of those with these particular / commands, and it's pretty easy actually, as I'm explaining. I hope everybody is being able to understand as to what I'm trying to communicate. Sir, next slide please.
Yeah. I think a little bit hurry up, Dr. Tejas.
Yeah,
Because
sure. Apple
these
Silicon
are
now. Yes, sir.
very difficult for beginners. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All the
Okay, sir.
details, I think we can do it in the advanced AI. Just show
Sure,
them
sir.
what is the Cloud Code, Cloud Clover. Okay. That will be
The thing is like
yeah.
Claude Code, Claude Cowork, I'll show you at the end,
Just
sir.
show some
Yes, sir.
demo. So
Yes,
how
sir.
a beginner should start. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll go over this Apple Silicon part because it is a very
You
unique
briefly
part
tell
that I have
about Apple
included.
Silicon and MLX.
Sure, sir.
Then take the
Sure, sir.
little bit demo that how I showed. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Right
That
away,
will
sir.
be helpful
I'll
for them.
sure, definitely, sir. Yes, sir. So next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is like what happens, why I prefer Apple Silicon is that first of all, while doing vibe coding, I realized that my fellow vibe coders, okay, who were going for the hackathon were preferring Apple Silicon only. And it was like the whole of the place, wherever where I was doing my hackathon in Bangalore, in Whitefield, over there everybody had Apple Silicon. Okay, all right, Apple Silicon as in MacBook basically. Okay, all right, so the thing is like why it is very unique is essentially because everything is very nicely integrated, software and the hardware, to put it in simple terms, CPU, GPU and all, everything is very nicely integrated. So the thing is like there are very few security vulnerabilities, and the machine is very fast then. Okay, so running the local LLM is very easy with Apple Silicon. Okay, running a local LLM is not possible, and we are clinicians, so we have to take care of the patient's data security. Okay, all right, and comply with HIPAA guidelines and now DPDP Act that is there. Okay, so for complying with all of those, Apple Silicon is very much indispensable for clinicians. This is what my personal firm opinion is. Okay, sir, next slide please. Yes. So with Apple Silicon, now this MLX was not available maybe a few weeks ago, but now they have released something called as Machine Learning Explorer. Okay, which is like a framework that even further makes it easier to run LLM. Okay, in a very lightweight mode over the Apple Silicon. Okay, this is what it is, to put it in very simple terms. Next slide, please, sir. Okay, all right. So basically what it does is that, it makes it very easy for us to, boost the system. As you can see, this M5 is being seen with big biceps. Basically it makes it easier for the Apple Silicon to run local LLMs. Okay, these are the kind of, very unique features that are there in Apple Silicon and the technology with Apple, which I've not come across in other systems like Linux or maybe Windows. Yeah. Next slide, please, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So we will always require local AI. Okay, and that will be very much easier only with Apple Silicon. This is what my firm opinion is. Okay, maybe every one of you may go over these slides later on. You may take a screenshot of this one. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, all right. Domain expertise. Yes. Next slide, please, sir. Yes. Yes. So the thing is, like, as clinicians, our domain expertise is something that is, very unique for us. So nobody else, sitting in a cubicle, okay, anywhere in any corporate park can match the kind of skill that a clinician has. Okay, all right. So the thing is, like, an AI model, for example, it takes like thousands and millions of X-rays for it to learn what cavity in chest X-ray stands for. Okay, I mean, for a regular MBBS graduate, you show him 10 X-rays, okay, 5 to 10 X-rays, or even single X-ray. Okay, single X-ray, maybe few X-rays, for him to learn what cavity in lungs stands for. Okay, it will be very easy for him. He'll learn like this. But for an LLM or maybe an AI to learn what cavity in lungs stands for, it takes, maybe thousands of X-rays. Okay, another example to give is, for learning driving for a kid, let's say teenager, who is gonna cross his 18 years of age, it takes him hardly 16 hours for him to learn car driving. I mean, that is a stipulated time by the government, that 16 hours of driving has to be there for him to learn, or him or her to learn driving. But then, possibly a teenager may learn it quite earlier as well. Okay, all right. But so 16 hours is a certain number that gets quoted when it comes to humans. Okay, a teenager for learning how to drive. But for Waymo, or maybe let's say Tesla, their AI software, what is documented is that those softwares take 4 times more of tokens. So if human intelligence gets counted in tokens, okay, for 16 hours of learning, okay, and we'll compare that to the tokens taken by Waymo, okay, or Tesla's AI, okay, of auto driving for learning driving right from the beginning, then the tokens taken by the AI is 3 to 4 times more than the conversion of the human intelligence into tokens. Okay, so you can understand that human intelligence, okay, for our human, the architecture of human intelligence is such that we require very less information, okay, very less data for drawing meaningful conclusions. That is the kind of general intelligence that we have. Okay, that is not the kind of general intelligence that AI has with its current architecture. Okay, and that is why, it is very difficult for us to tell as to whether, whatever, even if we'll provide a lot of data, a minor gap of data, okay, let's say, for example, there is, let's say, I have, lacuna of mine, there is a lacuna in my knowledge to a certain extent. Okay, let's say, like, I'm supposed to know 10 points, but I know only 9 points, and I have a lacuna of knowledge when it comes to 1 point. Okay, that is not such a, I can gape over it, essentially, because of my general intelligence that my human brain has given me. But when it comes to AI, that single lacuna of information can become a black hole. Okay. And this is the kind of insight that I have actually gathered from Dwarkesh Patel's podcast, actually. So I thought of sharing that. So, what I wanted to make a point about is that your intelligence as a domain expert is absolutely unbeatable in comparison to what AI offers. Yes, AI is valuable. Okay. AI is good. We should use it for getting ourselves assistance. But having said that, it has its own big black holes of data gaps which remain unrecognizable, and we may consider it as a small lacuna in its knowledge gap, but for it, it could be a black hole. That is what I wanted to communicate basically through this particular slide. And recently, of course, I mean, Eric Topol also had Dr. Eric Topol is the foremost authority in AI. And he pointed out, he talked about a paper from the Nature that um, you know uh, the thing is like diseases, like Nature paper had talked about conditions like bird cherry and all, the nuances of the qualitative articulation that we do. Okay, all right. um, or the articulation that is there in the qualitative research. Okay, those nuances are very difficult to understand for AI. So absolute reliance on AI, or making AI as AI approach as a predominant one will is not sustainable actually, because small gaps in knowledge become a black hole when it comes to AI actually. Okay, this is what I wanted to communicate. Yeah, next slide, please.
Can you hurry, Tejas?
Yeah, surely, sir. Surely, sir. Yes, sir. Um,
Because
so yes,
audience have been
so you can
overloaded
take this
with
particular
newer
slide.
terms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, next slide, please. Yes. So your expertise is your moat. Okay. All right. So this is what I wanted to. I basically have talked about this. Kindly next slide, please, sir. Yes, Swiss cheese model. Okay. All right. So we'll talk about that. Okay. Yes. So actually the updated version of this particular slide was there in my presentation, but I could not share it because this is an older version of this particular presentation. Anyway, so Swiss cheese model of patient safety is a very repeated model of patient safety. Basically, all the pediatricians, all the emergency physicians, critical care physicians must be aware of Swiss cheese, are always aware of rather Swiss cheese model of patient safety. When a patient comes, first of all, maybe a junior doctor will ask the history, and then once the junior doctor has written the history, and then senior doctor will also go over the history and the physical examination, and then nurse will also take a look. Nurse will also have the history and the physical examination, and they will also go on noting the stuff, and then there will be repetitions of the vitals that will be there. So once the vitals will be repeated every 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay, so that is what the Swiss cheese model of patient safety stands for. The thing is like in a slice of cheese. Okay, let's say there is a hole over here in one slice, then in the next slice the hole will be over here. So if I place these two slices in front of each other, okay, the light will never pass through. Okay, all right. So the chance of light to pass through four different slices of cheese, okay, if I have selected those four slices very randomly, okay, all right, then the ray of light to pass through the holes in those slices of cheese, okay, will be like infinitesimally impossible. It will be very much impossible for the light to pass through. Okay, it will have to be by design, okay, for the light to pass through the four slices of cheese, for their all of their holes to align. Okay, all right. So that is what makes our healthcare very safe. Okay, all right. So the thing is like that is why I feel that doctors are irreplaceable, essentially because, of course, we need to bring in the slice of cheese in context of AI. Okay, AI is one more slice of cheese that we will be adding for patient safety. But having said that, okay, it will only be a one slice. Okay, rest of the slices will be required, okay, such as clinicians, okay, such as nurses, such as maybe patient relatives offering history or information or what they have noticed. Okay, all right. So the thing is, like, AI is a very important slice of cheese that we require. Okay, all right. So AI has its own hazards. Okay, so AI has its own hazards and AI has its own advantages also. Okay, all right. Um, so actually, my updated version of this particular presentation had much better slide than this one. Okay. Okay, we can go on to the next slide. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so treat AI as one more slice of cheese, never the only difference between hazard and a child, or maybe hazard and a patient. Okay, all right. And keep a human gate at your yeah. So of course, I mean, everybody must have taken this, a screenshot. Somebody must have taken a screenshot there. Yeah.
We will share it, Tejas.
Yeah,
Recording.
please, sir.
A
Yes, sir.
problem, no, Tejas. These are all
Yes, sir.
important things. For the
Yes, sir.
basic learners, it is okay. For new people, it's really exhaustive.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was seeing in the chat box. But these are all the
Yes.
newer things which are coming up in the industries, because we have a lot of AI programs coming with the look and corner of India. So why I
Yes,
made
sir.
this update our little bit at the higher level of standard, because all pediatricians should know what are the things which
Yes,
are
sir.
doing at the level of industry. So that is
Yes.
what the main, the example of Y-Combinator, G-Stack, all those things. I think we will have a separate session on Claude, because now we are approaching 10:50.
Yes, sir.
We can make a small micro-learning module on Claude, Dr. Tejas, step by step,
Yes.
how the Claude covers, how we can download it, and the Claude code, how we have to start, and what you are telling about slash and prompt, no? That is all skills.
Yes.
It's called skills in
Yes, sir.
Claude.
Correct, sir.
It is available
Correct,
for
sir.
Windows also. It is not only for Apple, even Windows. So how to use effectively. So what we will do, we will make a small video of this Claude cowork and Claude code, how to do Claude design, and we will put it in
Yes.
the website. I think that will be helpful. Dear learners, I think we should give a good amount of applause to Dr. Tejas for his effort to prepare for this AI update. See, he is a very youngster. I want to bring youngster into my academy, probably. That is why, see, we should give, because as he mentioned, the research gaps is the one we pediatrician has to find out. What he said about pain points. And we have to talk to the industry. I need this model for this purpose. So we are getting a lot of infant mortality rate due to severe sepsis. So do a model which flagged 2 days earlier than me the sepsis, finding the sepsis in a newborn. Or an infant cry analysis, if you are getting a lot of infant mortality rate, 6 cases in and around your area, before they coming to your hospital, they are going to die. So how to tackle that? That is what our infant cry project. So for that, you should have that research gap, and you have to tell the industries, you give that model to me. I need this. So Dr. Tejas, these are the persons who are tech savvy and they are into industry. They are the one who are going to provide that. And forget about money. The venture capitalists are there, the angel investors are there. And if you put anything
Yes.
else, no, in the Shark Tank, they are going to provide all that, this thing. So that is not a matter. But we have to give that pain points and research gaps in our pediatrics, and we have to develop the model. And academics like Indian Academy of Pediatrics, all critical care associations, your NNF, we have to provide them a good data in terms. And what you will get back, you won't get back the money, but you will be author of a good publishing paper. You will be the author of that whatever the results you get, the fruitful result, you can publish in very good publisher, you can present in international conference. That is the amount of joy you get. You are becoming inventor like somebody like any researcher. See, that is what the problem, the thing I wanted to make you, these are the things which are going on in the AI industries now. Maybe I think another 1 or 2 years, all the doctors will become AI enabled. They will be knowing how to use the chat GPT prompt and all. But the newer the things, you have to be ahead than them. Then only you can take over them and you can do start. And most of you here are between 40 or 50s, you have your children who are doing engineering. So give them the idea to about this health industry startup like Y-Combinator, G-Stack, all those things. See, that is what the motive of this talk. Unfortunately, I could not able to show you Sakana and Cloud Cowork and Cloud Code. I think we'll make a micro module of that, and in the next update hours we will do it. I think time to thank Dr. Tejas for his honest effort to give. Of course, it's exhaustive. I'm very sorry for that, but these are the things we have to learn day by day. The things which are going on. I think I thank all of you for staying till 11 o'clock for with us patiently. Though it's a very overload for you. Recordings tomorrow I'm going to send. So Tejas will be with us for anything if you need. He is in the, I think, group, the PDF open group. He is there, Tejas. He will respond to your
Yes, sir.
this thing. Otherwise, DM me. So thank you very much. Have a pleasant sleep. I think, hope everybody has your dinner. So while Tejas was presenting, I had my 3 idlis in my hospital only. Right. So with this, I thank each and everyone. Tejas, thank you very much. Keep in touch.
Yes.
I think from tomorrow we have a third batch. The same time we are starting. I welcome all the third batch participant Perceptron. And from August 15th, I'm happy to tell you I'm going to launch the first advanced pediatric AI course from this Nexus Academy. I'm just curating, and maybe another 2 or 3 days I'm going to send you the curriculum. Those who want to join to this advanced AI courses, they should give me any academic certificate that you have completed the basic foundation course. Then only you will be eligible, because otherwise it will be waste of time and money for you people. So regarding the cost, everything, I'm going to let you know detail. I think with this, we'll make it a day today. Good night. Thank you very much. Tejas, you can share me that revised slides so that I will
Yes,
send
sir.
you the link. All my slides, Gamma
Yes, sir.
slides link, I'm going to send you today through WhatsApp. Please find it and make it useful. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night.
Thank
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I will end the show.